Turtle Wow.
Yeah, R.I.P. It went down.
End of an era.
Yeah, just
like an hour ago.
Yeah, an hour ago. Yeah, it finally went down. I ran with a bunch of random people, and we cleared all the content at the last minute. Mm-hmm. We were on the not very progressed server, and they slammed it all out, and we finished it all. And I raided every night to do it. It was a lot of fun. We were struggling on the very last world boss of custom content we hadn't killed, and the server owner showed up and death touched it for us. I thought that was very nice of him.
That's really wholesome.
That's wonderful. That's literally like...
an act of God.
Yeah, the apocalypse is happening, and you're like, there's one thing I've never been able to do. I've never been able to ride this roller coaster. And then you get there, and obviously it's been hit by meteors, and you're like, ah! And then Jesus is like... just once, just for you. And then you're just like, yeah!
So in like a month-long period, we slammed all the stuff out, we got it done, and I'm satisfied.
You got the title right before the end. Mm-hmm. The server
with 20
first.
hours to go.
Good Lord.
Yeah. And now it's gone.
And now it's gone.
Mm-hmm. Gone forever.
Which means we can talk about it.
Yeah, exactly. we won't get blamed by Blizzard lawsuits.
Yeah. Recorded a whole episode that only got to go to our Patreon, which you should subscribe to, by the way, because we were worried about getting any kind of legal stuff by talking about it.
My desperate cowardice led me to making many such decisions.
I don't want to get in legal trouble. I'm a scared boy.
Yeah, it's like The Simpsons when Mr. Burns shows up with his lawyers. The blue-haired lawyer is going to be there. He's going to show up at my house.
This is a cease and desist.
I'm serving you a subpoena.
Yeah.
I'd say I wish I could empathize, but the majority of what you said about Turtle Wow, that was
World of Warcraft. Yeah,
that was gibberish to me.
You're the only one who just is like, who gives a fuck?
No, that's not true. Has been posting.
He's been wringing his hands and licking his lips.
Yeah, he's posting Turtle Wow's gonna go down any day now.
If any of you are wondering what that name was that we're bleeping, it's because I don't want him to have any attention. Tony, would you bleep his name?
That's fine.
And I'm not going to repeat it just because, get his ass. And I'm going to DM him about this, let him know. We mentioned you, and I scrubbed it.
We have to get him on the podcast to talk about Digimon or something.
Yeah.
We have to get him on.
Yeah, one
Does
of these
he know
days.
Digimon?
There's a handful of things that he and Rob know encyclopedically, and we could have them ramble for like an hour.
I've been getting ready for Digimon stuff, and I would love to autistically just be like, Digimon!
Yeah, I can't wait for the Digimon episode. That's going to be good. It would have been the episode after this, but Kevin didn't bring his laptop.
Oh my goodness. It's I forget the only thing that I ever do forever, always, every hour of the day that I'm not doing this. You forget it one time, and all of a sudden, it's like, Kevin, what are you doing without the thing? The only thing that you have and do forever, all the time, except when you're here.
Yeah, Gaio.
Yeah, that, basically. And you're doing it at us.
Yeah. Oh, I still got a bit of a cough going. Ooh. This is a little fun fact. If you make me laugh and I cough, I will completely lose consciousness. I have like a condition where if I laugh too hard, I'll lose consciousness. But apparently coughing is that's like 100 laughs at once. Yeah. So if I laugh till I cough, I just and then that's it. And I come back a second later, what did I miss?
You know the carnival game where you smack a hammer onto a thing and it rises up, and if you do a really good job, it rings the bell.
Yeah.
Making Kevin laugh is basically like that.
Yeah.
If you do a really good job, the bell rings. You get a notification.
Which you have explained that before on the podcast.
I have.
Yeah. But we've established he doesn't have memory, so That's why we're here.
Genuinely, I am of a mind where if you give me the exact same scenario playing out, I will make the exact same joke with no memory that I already made the joke. And my evidence for this is the campaign that we uploaded. I was listening to it when we were editing it to, blur out any times that we accidentally just start saying people's real names and like, yeah, I hate that guy.
Anyway, let us take a pause from our game to discuss our plans to attack Name, who lives at address.
But as I'm listening to it, I'm hearing like, we're just playing a tabletop game, so I'm hearing all of us making jokes and doing bits, and then I, out loud, because I forgot that I'm not literally on the phone with my friends right now, I make the same exact joke at the same time that I, in the video, make the same joke.
The joke's so nice you told it twice.
The joke's so nice I told it twice.
God bless.
My favorite example is Justin's friend, whose name and face you can't remember. There's one of Justin's friends that introduced herself to Kevin.
Yeah.
Every time they see each other, Kevin says, "Oh, hi, I'm Kevin, nice to meet you." And she replies, "Kevin, I've met you 12 times already."
For 10, 15 years.
I've seen it happen.
It sucks to have, like, this very minor sort of, like, brain damage. But hey, I get to meet new people. She's just not very happy to see me. But Turtle Wow was incredible.
Yeah.
It's my understanding they added a whole bunch of stuff. At the very end of the server, you went to like one of their new zones they made?
Yeah. They, on the Vanilla WoW map, the area between, I can see Mario's eyes just shut a little bit when I said that.
Yeah.
On the Vanilla WoW map, the area between Stormwind and Dunmorrow, the dwarf starting area, is just an empty void. So they filled that void out with like an alliance, a human town settlement with its own quests, and it's got the best ambiance, and I think it's my favorite WoW zone of all time now. And I retired my character there because I liked it so much.
And there was a hardcore player there.
Yeah, there was a hardcore player there who told me to flag up for PvP, and we dueled, and he killed me. And then I got back to my body, and he said, "Okay, now you do me." And I killed him with my priest, and it announced to the whole server, because he was a hardcore death, it announced that I killed him, and people were like, "What? No, why would
the last 10 minutes? What are you, an asshole?"
I had to type all caps. No, it was consensual. He asked for it.
It was how he wanted to go.
That's really funny.
He wanted to go to Valhalla. He needed a warrior's death with holy fire. But now it's over. What do you think you're going to play next?
Well, I bought Subnautica 2. Brody and I are going to play Subnautica 2, and some of our other friends. That's only like 10 hours of stuff so far, though.
Oh.
I'm pretty sure it came out... Well, the first one came out very early, and this is a perfectly good segue, and I didn't even intend for it. There's 2 games that I am actually sad I missed the early access cycle for. Almost all the time I'll say, no, I'll wait for it to be out.
Yeah.
But there are 2 games that I should have done the early access cycle for and didn't. One of them was the first Subnautica, which came out very unfinished, but I would have liked to have seen the whole process. And there's some stuff that got cut. Like there was a terraformer tool you could use to change the ground. The other game that I wish I had played the full early access cycle for is Baldur's Gate 3.
And with that, welcome to today's episode. I am your host, Famfare.
I'm Kevin.
Oh, Mario.
And I'm Rob. Thanks for having me, fellas.
Thank you for being here.
And today, we're going to dive in on the Baldur's Gate series.
Balls deep gape.
I could have sworn we had talked about this, or
I'm
if
sure
you guys had.
I'm sure we've talked about it like in passing, but we haven't dedicated an episode to it. I don't.
If we've touched on the podcast, it's been barely. We have it hasn't really come up in all the episodes I've edited.
Yeah.
So.
And my evidence for that also is that I don't know anything about Baldur's Gate 3. I didn't play it. I'm bad at video games, but I would love to hear about it.
And we're going, and this is a special treat because Rob is going to talk about the first 2 games first, which very few people know about because they're old.
Yeah, I'd say they're fair. I don't know. My sense of what is and what isn't popular is not. I'm not the person to ask about that. I feel like they're well known, but also I'm a dork.
Yeah.
So
that is a contributing factor.
Yeah, so I don't know. When I was a kid, my introduction to D&D was watching my dad play Baldur's Gate 1 and 2 on his PC at our old house.
Oh.
And I was amazed.
By it honest.
I was amazed at how many different ways you could do stuff. Like every encounter, he would be like, "Oh, watch this," and he would set it up like a different way. He would do some cheesy thing, and it would work a different way every time. And I wanted to play that. I wanted to play the game that my dad played, and so I tried to play it when I was young, and I failed at it because AD&D is weird, and I couldn't do the basic math that game.
THAC0 is fucking weird.
Yeah, it's weird, man.
I feel like
D&D used to require you to add and subtract 2-digit numbers constantly. Wow, crazy! That math is too hard for Hasbro.
it's too hard for Kevin, certainly. Last time we played D&D, I had to like get everyone to stop talking to subtract 9 from like 23. Like a regular ass number.
Yeah, you know.
And the older you get in D&D, the more it becomes a game of tables. Like, you have to consult the table,
Yeah.
roll for anal circumference.
The classic. If you aren't filling out your character sheet with full fatal stats, I simply don't know enough about your character.
Yeah, I'm going to need to know. That's relevant. It's going to come up.
Which of your testicles hangs lower?
It's going to come up.
It comes up!
It's important knowledge.
Maybe you don't get to squeeze through the bars. That's the problem that happens when you want your rogue to have an 11-inch penis.
Yeah.
And balls like grapefruit. You can't squeeze through the bars.
Oh, yeah. It's,
You get most of the way out.
You're walking funny. You lose a little bit of your acrobatics there.
Yeah, sorry. Ooh, you were trying to dodge underneath the laser blast, but you're circumcised now.
I just gotta learn how to use it like a pole vault.
Like Tenacious D.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That did happen in that movie, yeah.
So anyway,
Yeah.
Baldur's Gate. Baldur's Gate is, for me, the CRPG series. Obviously, I have personal reasons for that. A lot of people like Planescape. Some people say Icewind Dale is good, or Neverwinter Nights. I think Baldur's Gate's the best one of them all. I like all three games. They represent, to me, they're perfectly emblematic of like
This is what it should be.
of what they are. Baldur's Gate 1 is low-level D&D in the old editions. Baldur's Gate 2 is high-level D&D in the old editions. And Baldur's Gate 3 is what playing new D&D feels like.
Yeah, I would say that, especially with Baldur's Gate 1, you have to constantly be quick saving, because if you just get one bad THAC0 roll, your guy is dead. That's it.
So you start out and like wizards roll for health with a D4.
Yeah.
And so your wizard's going to have
little baby
5 or 6 hit points, and if a kobold fires a stray arrow at you, you're dead. You're dead. And first level characters can't resurrect people.
Yeah.
So that's going to be a quick save or a quick load for you, buddy.
Yeah, it's rough.
Yeah.
Because I made my main character to be a wizard. I think I specifically was an enchanter.
You get stung by a bee and they're like, shit, I guess we gotta reload.
And you don't have any cantrips or anything. There's no spells.
There's no like free spell?
There's no free spells.
You get what you get.
I get one spell per rest.
Otherwise you run up and you hit them with your
With
staff.
my staff. Yeah. Yeah. And with THAC0, I'm not landing anything.
There's like a lot to be said about the balance of the modern game, but like as much as wizards do tend to just win at a certain level in 5th edition, I'd say it was much more so in the older game.
Mm-hmm. Like, getting there was the hard part. Like, the tax of getting past level 4.
A first level wizard versus a first level fighter is like, the fighter is like bullying the nerd, and a 20th level wizard versus a 20th level fighter is like, the fighter just kind of falls over without perceiving that the wizard has come within 1 mile. Like, he's just dead, he doesn't know why.
Yeah, it just kind of happened.
It's like the older editions. It was the power imbalance was like heavily melee at first, but then it's like right at the halfway-ish point, it starts to tip real bad, because now wizards get access to like or other spellcasters get massive AoE that does a fuck ton of damage.
Oh, how they scoff!
Yeah. Protection magic or just, well, this is going bad for me. Teleport. Bye.
I'll go home
Loser.
now.
What are you going to do about it?
Good luck with the dragon, everyone.
4th level spell, make yourself invisible. Okay. Well, the fighter can't hit me now. Like, it's that. He loses it. Unless someone does something about this invisible, that's it. It's over for him. I'm going to walk away.
I'm in my head. I'm imagining like the fighter is like they're trying to do daredevil stuff, like listening to you, like moving around. But then like you're like, as any clever wizard learns early in their career, first thing you do, you take off your shoes, right? So they can't hear your footprints, and then it's tippy toes and bent wrists like an old timey cartoon. Doo 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 as you're just sneaking off into the woods, and he's just swinging a battle axe around.
He's blindly trying to hit you.
You're a clever warrior indeed, wizard, but I'm better. Ha! Ha! It's night now.
And
the wizard's at home.
There didn't used to be concentration also. You could just...
It was just active now?
It was just however many spells you could do.
Oh.
So I'm sure most of our listeners are familiar with Overlord, the cartoon about a skeleton man. There's a scene in Overlord where the main character, who is a powerful wizard, spends
30 seconds.
It's at least
90
30 seconds.
90?
It's at least 30 seconds.
Yeah, just saying the names of spells as he buffs himself over and over again, just stacking
Triple
buffs on
maximize
buffs on
magic.
buffs on buffs, and that's how you play wizard in old D&D. That's correct. In Baldur's Gate, like at a certain point, that's the game you play. Is you buff yourself up and get ready to debuff their wizards, because at a certain point the fighters are like meat. Like the fighters deal a killing blow. But if the buffs and debuffs aren't there on the right side, like you're not going to do anything. Nothing will happen.
Yeah.
So you have to have a guy who goes in and cleans the invincibility off that guy, and then the sword kills him in one swing.
Man, that sounds really, really cool and super duper frustrating, and I hate it.
Also, just I love Overlord. So, that scene though, right before that, he also makes sure that the person he's about to start fighting doesn't trigger. The boss fight won't trigger if I just get close. He's like, okay, cool. Well, I'm going to buff myself for like a minute.
Yeah.
And then when he's ready, he's just like, okay, boss fight, go.
That's exactly what Rob was doing in Turtle Wow.
Yeah. That's what a wizard does. Like,
Everyone just standing there looking at the giant demon guy.
And you want it right before the encounter begins, because you're going to get the max amount of time out of your
Uptime.
spells.
So Baldur's Gate 1 came out in 96 or 7.
Sounds about right, yeah.
1996, 1997, one of those, maybe 98, somewhere in there. Probably should have looked that up before.
It would have been
A game that
nice.
required a CD drive.
Yeah, a CD drive, CD-ROM drive, which that's high-tech stuff.
Back in the day.
That's high-tech stuff. You need that extra storage space to hold all of our awesome game. Couldn't put this on floppies.
Well, so like Baldur's Gate, 1 and 2 don't look very impressive, but if you compare them to like other games that like came out before them or like around that time, like Might and Magic, it's like it's night and day.
I remember Heroes of
Might and Magic is basically like pictures.
Yeah.
The amount of stuff that's on the screen at once is crazy in Baldur's Gate.
Yeah. There's like so many sprites and like the whole ass town, and it's
And frankly, that's probably what they should have been like focusing towards, because like it doesn't feel very much like D&D if you don't get to look at the battle map and know what's going on.
yeah, precisely.
Yeah.
So Baldur's Gate 1 starts off, and you are a guy, a loser, level 1.
Yeah.
And his adopted sister, who lives in a place called Candlekeep. And your dad is a wizard called Gorion, your adopted dad is a wizard called Gorion, and he's just like, you gotta be ready for adventure, we're going now. And he tries to take you out of the Candlekeep, and some spooky dude in armor shows up and beats him to death, and you manage to escape. Yeah, and you don't really know more than this at the time.
Yeah.
You're just a guy. You don't know any of that.
You thought you were
don't know
going
the why.
You were going on a road trip, and then your dad gets beaten to death by a wild ring wraith.
So
basically, a guy in like hell armor shows up,
Yeah.
and just starts doom bolting people,
Yeah.
and then like cutting them down.
Yeah.
We're cutting all our heads off today. Shit.
And so you survive that, and you end up on the road with your adopted sister, and all you know is some of your now dead adopted dad's friends are at this place called the Friendly Arm Inn, and it shows you where that is on your map. And so you have to travel there.
Yeah.
And you walk down the road.
Is your sister still with you?
She is. You walk down the road, and there's two guys who you walk right past. The first two party members the game gives to you are literally a trick. Czar and Montaron are an evil thief and an evil wizard, and they will give you poisoned health potions because haha funny.
We're dicks.
Yeah, they're dicks, and you walk right past those guys, and you go, there's little, like, it's an older video game, so that's, you know how in Baldur's Gate 3, in the Act 1 especially, you'll, like, pick up a rock and there will be a jewel under it?
Yeah.
That's because it's like that in Baldur's Gate 1. Old video games have a little hidden
There's like
stuff like
rings
that.
and stuff.
So there'll just be like a little barely clickable, lootable area in a tree that has a diamond inside. Because, you were paying attention, have a diamond.
I love it.
You paid attention, so now you get to see that the crows stole this diamond. And if you investigate the diamond, you can find out that it actually came from this guy who was trying to reset his wedding ring. And then you can steal that, too, if you trick him right. I love all the little quest details that you guys, like, excitedly are like, okay, so we figured this out.
Yeah, I love it.
So you go to the Friendly Arm Inn, and you meet your dad's friends Khalid and Jahara. And you get attacked by this wizard guy, who, if you don't know how to play D&D, is kind of rough, because, again, wizard. The whole intro was about wizards. He has a couple of simple spells on you, like crowd control, fear, I think. And if you're not prepared for him, you'll just die. And the NPC guards don't help you. So
No, they just kind of watch.
when you're a dipshit 8-year-old kid, you're like, what the fuck? How do you play this? What was that?
Why don't the guards help?
Yeah.
They're not paid enough, you know?
We're here to keep people from stealing bread, and, like, we're here to prevent Les Miserables situations. This is a wizard.
Yeah.
He kind of does as he pleases. I saw him cast something. He's clearly over level 2. That means that he's got it.
He's out of our league.
Yep.
So I'm not sure if you find this out at that moment, but your adopted dad, Gorion, and his friends Khalid and Jahara, are members of an organization called the Harpers. The Harpers are like the evil wizard police.
They're like the
Elminster is there.
they're like a group of like eccentric slash serious good wizards who just when they hear troubles afoot, the Harpers will come in town and they'll fix the evil magic.
Like make it go away. And it's what was the word you used? You called them strange? I'm sorry?
They're like eccentric.
Eccentric, yeah. No, being a powerful wizard in Faerun and not being evil is indeed eccentric.
Yeah, absolutly.
Evil is the default.
It goes to your head almost instantly. Yeah.
I gotta become a lich, I gotta become God. These are the two things in order.
Yeah.
This is an opinion that I just hold in my heart. If you are in a setting that has wizards, and those wizards aren't generally all freaks, I have to assume that your interpretation of wizards is like a weird corporate interpretation. Where it's like, of course, we have to be, we do this because this results in this economic outcome, and we have to like be part of the kingdom. Like a real Game of Thrones type wizard where they're like, oh, well, we work for the kingdom in order to control politics. No. You should be building statues of dragons because you want to become a dragon and bang dragons. That's your whole goal. You should be spending your early 20s to your late 90s just trying to become a dragon, and you've drawn him.
A wizard's tower where the top floor isn't actually the top floor, and there's 5 more invisible floors that you access from the top floor.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, that's really good.
Yeah, that's the kind of stuff that you should be up to.
Yeah.
The ratio of good to evil wizards should be somewhere between 85-15 and 95-5.
Yeah.
Well, to give you an idea, one of the Harpers in one of the Drizzt novels, because I read a lot of those, he was trying to figure out how to breed horses with toads.
That is
Toads, torses.
And
Horses.
Later he succeeds, and it's the front part of a horse, then it has the legs of a like a toad frog.
Does it jump really good?
And and it's called the Puddle Jumper. And he rides it, the wizard.
Now me,
I would ride it too.
I would just have made a giant frog, which I'm pretty sure in large is a very low level thing to do. And
That was
Second level? And
That was his special interest, man.
you know what? You're right. Yeah. He dedicated his life to
He did it.
Yeah.
and anyway, you meet your dad's friends, the Harpers, and your next breadcrumb is you have to go and investigate the Nashkel mine, because something is going on. In the background of this, there's the iron shortage. No one can get any iron, and also the evil neighboring country is up to no good. The
Bad Guyistan. No.
Yeah, Bad Guyistan is threatening. There might be war. Oh no, unrest in the kingdom.
It's terrible.
And so you can either go to the Nashkel mine, or you can not go to the Nashkel mine, and you can fuck off into the woods like I made Tony do when we played.
Yeah, killing boars.
Yeah, you fuck off into the woods, and you just beat up the things that are in the woods. And like you encounter possible party members, and one of the big things about Baldur's Gate that's different than Baldur's Gate 2 and 3, and this is one of the things that when I was playing 3, I was like feverishly looking for time-gated things. I was terrified of time-gated things. And there's only one time-gated thing in the entire game, which we will get to when we talk about Baldur's Gate 3.
Time-gated things give me an inordinate level of anxiety when I'm playing a game.
Yeah, and it's in-game time in a game where you get one wizard spell per rest, so you're obligated to rest all the time. And sometimes you rest too many times, and the party member says to you, well, you clearly don't care about me and my thing I want to do. Next time I see you, you're fighting. And then he fucks off from your party forever, and you fail his quest. And if you load your last save, you are actually mathematically too far to travel to his thing because you fucked around for too long. Yeah, his mouth is hanging open. That is a real thing that can happen to you in that game. Yeah, so you can't pick up and do multiple quests at once. You can't World of Warcraft quest stack your full quest log to 20 and complete them all at one time. When Minsk meets you and says, we have to go save my witch Dynahair, you go and save her from the kobolds and hobgoblins, or he's going to get mad.
That makes me think, like, he's like, next time I see you, we're fighting. I'm like, next time we see you is right now, bitch, we're fighting. you kill me if you have to, but don't you fucking try to pull this shit on me.
And then there's also a thing where, like, especially in the second game, like, party members, like, don't like each other. Good and evil party members have their own ideas, and they'll just start arguing with each other.
Yeah.
They'll, like, the good people will be like, why is there, like, an axe murderer? That guy is, like, that's a rapist. Like, why is he allowed to hang out with us?
Well, you see, we needed a rogue. But he kills people.
Yeah, for fun. But he's licking the blood off the knife right now.
Wouldn't you rather him be killing the guys that we're killing rather than killing anyone he likes? And they're like, that's really not a good enough answer. I feel like we should get his ass.
When I play the games now, I use a mod to prevent them from leaving. They simply play their I'm upset with you dialogue and do nothing about it. There's also people who will leave if your reputation is too good or too high. Oh. If your reputation score goes too high, the evildoers will say, you're like a loser, I'm leaving.
Yeah.
You're a nerd.
Yeah. And in Baldur's Gate 2, the chaotic evil dwarven fighter is like the best guy. He destroys everyone. He's so strong. You need that guy. But he will, like, actively poke fun and, like, hit on the women in a not so nice way.
Hit on might be the wrong term.
Yeah, it might be the wrong term.
He's the kind of guy that'll fucking bully you for being like, did you buy that CD?
Yeah.
Just download it.
Yeah. No, unironically, yeah, that's Corgan. Yeah.
And you're like, but
his last name is Blood Axe.
Is it a family name? No.
That's what the wanted poster says.
Oh my goodness.
So anyway, you fuck off to the woods and you cheese fight a bunch of encounters that you shouldn't be able to clear. For some reason, there's red wizards in one of the tiles. If you go there, you'll
I remember we encountered a fucking red wizard of Thay. He was just hanging out, doing a ritual.
Just doing some evil.
Yeah, and they swing on you, because of course they do.
Yeah.
And the way we handled that is by walking just far forward enough that we only load one of them onto the screen at a time, which only causes one of their scripts to load. So he aggroes us one at a time, and then we surround him and give him the boots, and then repeat that until all are dead. That's the way you beat that game if you're under level. Well, that's one of the ways. There's lots of ways.
Making use of the laws of the universe. Mm-hmm. True wizard powers.
It's like Jackie Chan. The guy has to stand in the back dancing back and forth until it's time to get his ass kicked.
Yeah.
That's the law. I don't make the rules.
Jackie Chan is handling the other guys right now. Once he uses that bucket and that ladder, I go in. And frankly, I'm not liking the look of that bucket of wrenches.
Yeah. So we threw a bucket of wrenches at the red wizards. Yeah. We threw a bucket of wrenches at the spiders. And we got to High Hedge, which is where which is one of the places you buy magical items. And we haven't gotten back to finish it in our co-op game yet. We should do that. We were talking about it.
We need to.
We need to finish it. But basically, you go to the Nashkel mine and you find out that the mine thing is a sham. There's a person, I don't think you know it's a person yet, an organization called the Iron Throne, a trade organization, is artificially creating the iron shortage so they can profit.
One of the lower writers on this game was named George Martin or something.
It may have been a reference. Didn't those books come out in like the 80s, the first one?
Man, I don't know.
90, I think.
Yeah. Like
1990.
It was very likely a reference. It's either a reference that... And any reference to Song of Fire and Ice from before the show is cool. Any reference to after the show is not cool. That's a very simple... on-off there.
It's one of the most simplest calculuses that you can have, which is like, okay, was this just people who knew because they knew what was good, or just people who knew because everyone knows?
Mm-hmm.
Secret wizard knowledge. That's what we're about here. Secret
wizard knowledge.
Secret wizard knowledge.
So you get the there's lots of little. Every party member has their own quest, and there's a shitload of party members in the first game because they're not as fleshed out. They're more like party members than people. The second game, they're people. We'll get to that. But in the first game, you are in one of the woods you're wandering around in, and a half-elf ranger named Corin is like, help me kill this gargoyle. And you kill the gargoyle, and he's like, cool, we're bros now, let's hang out. And there's no end of bards with horrible stats, and bard is not the class you want to be in 2nd edition D&D. It's not useless, but bard is not the class you want to be. Not like in 5th edition where bard is an ass beater and world ender and numero uno.
Yeah.
But
I thought in like early D&D, bard was like a prestige class or something that you need to like be part druid and.
No, it just sucks.
It just sucks.
Yeah. That game has got at least 3 bards, and all of them have their highest stat like a 15, and I've never used any of them, can't speak to them. So, background information, there used to be one god in charge of death.
Okay.
His name was Jurgle, and he handled the whole thing by himself. Yeah, I know, I backed up a whole lot here.
Okay.
I need Mario's help for this one, because last time we talked about this, I'm pretty sure I got something wrong, you had to correct me. There was one god in charge of death, and he basically got tired of doing it.
He wanted to retire.
Yeah, he wanted to retire from being god of death. So he let some evil-aligned adventurers win, quote-unquote, and they split up his god portfolio between them. And that's Bhaal and Merkul and Bane.
Mm-hmm.
And Bane. And they're the evil gods of ambition and death and murder. And
respectively?
Not respectively. I did it out of order.
Okay.
Bane is ambition, Bhaal is murder, and Merkul is death.
In one of the campaigns I ran, we had a player who was playing a character who I revealed was the reincarnation of Bane. And I ran him off of, I thought he was ambition, and I was like, oh shit, did I fuck that up for 10 years?
But anyway, and this is all tied in with, it used to be that when they changed the rules, they would make a story event in their world for why the rules were changing. That used to be a thing that they did. And so part of that, I think was associated with that. There is a story event in Faerun, in the Forgotten Realms lore, where Ao, the Overgod, who I imagine is a yellow glowing disc, by the way, if anyone was wondering. Ao, the Overgod, got mad because one of the other gods was trying to steal basically the game manual. He was trying to steal the game manual.
So my understanding is they teamed up, the 3, and then basically ambushed Tyr, or Helm.
Helm, yeah.
And killed him. And then, because he was the guardian of the tablets of Fae.
The game manual.
Yeah. And then, so they kill him, and then they're about to steal it, and then, Daddy Overgod, Ao, shows up and is just like, no, you can't do that. In fact, everyone's in timeout. And that's the time of troubles.
And he threw all the gods down to Earth. And while they were on Earth, Bhaal fucked a lot of ladies, of, dragons and elves and everything, Zeus style. And also got killed by a human adventurer named Cyric. And Cyric assumed his murder portfolio and was the mad god for a while. Anyway, one of the woods you run into in Baldur's Gate, there's a lot of woods. Woods are the theme here. Because that's early D&D and old D&D is woods. You go into the woods.
Yeah.
I mean, we played Brody's game recently. When you're low level, you walk through the woods. And the reason you walk through the woods is because you have to walk through the woods. Once you're a certain level, you teleport past the woods. And there's no more woods for you.
You get in your wizard-powered flying ship that's also, like, your son. And you just, like, fly over all that shit. Otherwise, you have to walk through the random encounter table like this is fucking Pokemon.
Yeah.
Fighting Zubats.
And anyway, one of your random encounters you can find in one of the woods is a worshipper of Cyric the Mad God named Tiax. Tiax is a little gnome who talks in a squeaky voice and he will rule you. Tiax is in charge of everybody. I'm
the
God.
greatest.
Yeah.
Tiax, yes.
I like him. He's not recruitable in the second game as a party member like he is in the first game. But he does show up as an Easter egg when you go to the Wizard Asylum. Of course, he's there, and he says,
"He's in Wizard jail.
I'm still TX. I'm the best, despite being in Wizard jail." I like TX.
God, I love that. There's also Wizard jail.
Yeah, oh yeah.
You need one.
Obviously, you need one, but also, don't you kind of assume that if you're a bad wizard, they just kill your ass?
Wizard jail is an important part of Baldur's Gate 2. We'll get to that.
All right.
So there's just all kinds of people you can find. Some of the best ones return for Baldur's Gate 2. Minsk is one. Minsk is a Rashemi berserker. Rashomon, not Rashomon the movie, but Rashem man, like I just pronounced it, is the desert lands far to the east because, a lot of American people wrote Forgotten Realms.
Yeah.
So the desert lands far to the east where things are different. Ooh, and we have the pale desert moon. And he's from over there. And over there, if you want to become a real warrior, you have to go on a quest with a witch. And his witch is Dynahair. And she is also a recruitable party member. And he'll give you a mission to go rescue her. Like I said, you have to do it. And she's with gnolls or hobgoblins or something.
Or else he gets all pissed off.
Right. And you save her. And they're kind of paired together. If you try to boot one, the other will go, well, I'm going with them. Yeah. So fuck off. There's them. There's Edwin. Edwin is a red wizard who has like a Eastern European accent, and if you click him enough, he'll complain at you like how are you controlling me? What is a mouse? Stuff like that. And he is always up to no good, but he rules. He's the best, the strongest wizard with the highest intelligence and the most spell slots. So you got to have him.
He is a red wizard, which is that's like an evil kind of wizard.
Okay. So, one of the countries, and again, I need Mario's help on this one, because I'll get this wrong. One of the countries in Faerun is Thay.
Right.
We saw the D&D movie. There was no one in the theater. It was awesome.
Yes. Optimal movie watching experience.
Yeah. And the villain, sort of,
one of the antagonists.
Yeah, like I guess you call him a secondary antagonist. He is really who's responsible for everything bad, because he's a bad guy, but he's only mentioned in the movie. Sass Tam is one of the guys in charge of Thay. Thay is ruled by wizards, and like we said earlier, we'll call it the 90-10 rule. 90% of wizards in Faerun are not good guys.
Yeah.
So Thay used to be ruled by many wizards called the Zolkirs, which there was one for each of the schools of magic.
They love doing that.
Yeah.
If you find a wizard society, they'll be like, and then we have one guy
and
for
then
each.
Sastam the Lich was head of necromancy, obviously. And then he killed all the other ones and took over the country and turned it into basically a country of undead wizards. And that's Thay now. And that's in the movie. Like, you get a quick scene with him.
Yeah.
And his like Lich chick who he sent there, he's just the weird skeletal guy, like casting shadow. And she's like, my master. And he's like,
presumably show the next movie that will never get made now.
Yeah. R.I.P.
But are red wizards like evil by?
Yes.
Yeah. Basically, I would describe their state as similar to North Korea. They're just kind of openly hostile to everyone around them at all times. And also, they just straight up have criminal enterprises in the surrounding countries where they just make drugs and steal things.
That's the Zentarim, if you were wondering.
The Zentarim are the organized crime arm of the Thayan government that goes to other countries to steal their money with crime.
Our Office of Foreign Mafias.
Yeah.
Yeah, Office of Foreign Mafia, very accurate, yeah.
So he's one of them, and he rules, and we love him. Other party members. There's your sister, like I said. She's pretty cool. She starts out as a wizard. She's not bad as a wizard, 17 int. Pretty damn good.
But you were mentioning the mines and the ore shortage.
Yeah, the ore shortage. Anyway, so you find out that an organization called the Iron Throne is fucking with the ore. So you go to Baldur's Gate, the city proper, which is quite large, to figure out what's going on.
Title card.
Yeah, and come to find out, you get involved with some shit there. There's like an optional side quest for an annoying party member I don't like, who's like a little rich girl. And you come to find out that the Iron Throne is de facto controlled by this guy called Saravok. And the story either tricks you here or you trick it. But regardless, the same thing happens. Either you kill the Iron Throne people or you show them mercy and Saravok kills them and blames you for it anyway. And you come to find out that there's this whole prophecy thing. Remember how I talked about Bhaal having all those kids?
Yeah.
Guess what? You're one of them. And Bhaal,
I guess that makes sense why you're with adopted wizard dad.
Yeah. Bhaal's plan to come back was, I'm going to have all my kids kill each other, Highlander style.
Until there's one?
And there's only one. And every time they kill each other, they'll get all a little bit of power from them.
Yeah.
And combine it all into one person, and that's how I'm back.
I love that.
And Saravok, the guy in hell armor that Mario described earlier.
Your brother, right?
Yeah, your brother. He knows about that. And
he's the version of Jet Li that's into it.
Yeah, exactly. We should watch that movie tomorrow.
Yeah.
Saravok got himself adopted by tricking the leader of, or one of the leaders of the Iron Throne, which he now controls. And he did the iron shortage, and he is the one trying to provoke a war between where you are now, trying to provoke a war on the Sword Coast, because he thinks that everyone getting killed in battle is good for Bhaal. That's murder is good, death is good, strife is good. Yeah, he loves it. Yeah. So you got to take out Saravok. You fight him in this annoying trap-filled room. God, it's awful. Like he's just. He'll run around the room and he's fast as shit and he swings hard as shit and then he randomly, his class is a class you can't be, where sometimes he just kills you with his swings, and he runs around this trap-filled room, and what an annoying encounter.
I mean, what a great boss for a game, though, where his motivation is literally like, I'm the worst.
Yeah.
I got nothing redeeming about me. Come fight me.
Yeah.
Because also I want that.
I'm going to be God. Yeah. I'm going to kill you, and then I'll be even more God. And, you meet all the guys. Drizzt is there. You can even kill him if you want. He's a hard encounter, but you can kill him. And hilariously, his equipment's some of the best in the game, because it's Drizzt. Right. And then he shows back up in Baldur's Gate 2, and if you imported your character and you're wearing his equipment, he notices and he gets mad about that.
Hey! Yeah. They wished me back to life with the Dragon Balls, and obviously I came back with all my shit like we always do. But that was you!
Yeah. So you meet all the people. Volo is there. He's in a bar. You talk to him. Drizzt is there, like I said. Elminster shows up multiple times across these games, and is like, "Tee-hee, it's not me, Elminster. I'm someone else." Or he'll do, it's Termincell, which is Elminster backwards. That was enough to fool me when I was 8.
I don't think it's supposed to fool you after you're 8.
One of the nice things about when Elminster shows up, one of the things about Baldur's Gate in general is, unless you're playing on a version that specifically patches this, i.e. unless you're playing on like a modded version of the game, you can loot the quest rewards off of people. If you pickpocket a quest reward giver, you can get that quest reward and then talk to them and get that quest reward. Oh. So every time Elminster shows up, you have to pause the game as fast as you can and issue a bunch of commands to rob him, as quickly as possible, to get an extra ring of protection from him.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And he's like the best wizard, so even generously, he's letting
He's got rogue levels. He should know better than this.
He's letting you.
He's basically like D&D's Merlin.
Yeah.
Essentially.
Yeah.
Even though his class spread in 3.5 makes no fucking sense.
Yeah, he has
he's got monk levels.
Rather than making a character that makes sense, they just decided to well, in this book he did this, in this book he did this, and in this book he did this. And because he did those things, that means he has this level and that level and that level. So he has a random spread of level 1 to 3 in almost every class.
He's 1 level fighter, 2 levels rogue, 5 levels cleric.
Jeez.
30, 25 or 30 levels wizard. It's just what the what?
Mm-hmm. It's a weird
5 levels chosen of Mistra or some bullshit. I don't know.
One thing, quick aside, one thing Brody did in one of the last campaign we ran with him, the D&D one that we did when I was playing Langley and Yanis. He used Mortimer as he was the dean of the College of Necromancy, and he was a lich, but he was not an evil lich. And he did this kind of Easter egg thing where he was explaining how he keeps training pupils to try to do what he did, but they all fail. They always become evil, they become liches, because Mortimer took a few levels in monk to get Zen training to remove his thirst for evil, and that is what allowed him to become a non-evil lich. And I thought that was a very, really cool way of doing that.
I love that as a concept, where if you're a wizard, you're afflicted with dragon greed. Where
exactly.
But what about ultimate power?
Anyone attaining lichhood just becomes evil unless you take a level in monk to get Zen training.
The ultimate villain of the Sastam books by Richard Byers that Mario and I is a monk. He's an evil monk, a monk of death.
Oh shit.
So killing people is good. Every time from his perspective he's killing people, he's I wish I could die. Dying is so cool. As he's punching a hole in some guy's face.
In my head, he's Betty from Kung Pao.
He's a
Mine
weird.
too now.
Chain, swing
Mine too now.
He's a weird character. He's a monk of the long death, but he only became one after he got an elixir of immortality. So he was ageless, and then he became a monk of long death and was like, "Fuck, I can't die." And then the monks tried to kill him because they saw him as an abomination. So he killed all of them, and then is just roaming around.
And he usurped Sastamp's plan to become God so that he could just destroy the whole world because the world sucks and everything has to die.
I just got into death and dying, and now I'm immortal.
Yeah.
So the only way out of here is to blow it all up.
Yeah, basically that, yeah.
It's a silly series.
So Baldur's Gate 1, you fight Sarevok.
Yeah.
And there's the guys that made the enhanced editions of Baldur's Gate 1 and 2, which are like kind of like make it easier to play and run on modern PCs, on modern operating systems.
Right.
They made an in-between thing called Siege of Dragonspear that I've never played. So something happens in between Baldur's Gate 1 and 2. I don't know what it is.
I can tell you what it is.
Yeah?
Dragonspear got sieged.
Yeah, there you go, yeah. You're in like a fight pit. You're in like a fight pit, like a drow sorcerer like has you in a fight pit. The only reason I know that is because their version of the game has that guy as an Easter egg character you can pick up in the woods, and he kicks ass. So last time I played, I picked him up.
Is that the end of Baldur's Gate 1?
There's other stuff. There's more characters. There's a thing that they do for their games where they made an ultra hard extra optional dungeon. It was called Durlag's Tower. It was filled with... Do you know the Tomb of Horrors module? Are you aware of that?
I am.
And how it was designed for tournaments, and so the lethality was like to kill 90% of the players because you had to like pare down how many people were alive in your tournament. Yeah, Durlag's Tower is like that. Durlag's Tower is filled with like just the meanest puzzles they could come up with, and literally traps on every floor.
Cruelty.
Yeah, that kind of thing. Durlag's Tower was cool. There's good loot. Baldur's Gate 1 is fun, but like low-level D&D is not... I don't dislike it. I just think that Baldur's Gate 2 is a better game. I think that being a very strong wizard who... I unironically like the buffing. There's something wrong with me. Like it's the same thing that makes me like WoW, where it's like, no, don't you understand? We have to play this game from before I was born with a spreadsheet. It has to be spreadsheet perfect. Here's my KPIs for you for next week. Like I don't know. I think the way that I enjoy games is wrong.
We've mentioned it before. It's just like there's a lot of games like Rob and I both enjoy where it's just like we don't need to optimize this at all. It's like
but
it's
then
completely like optional, but then but to me and Rob, it's just like no, I must.
Yeah, I have to do it. I want this to I want to dry this out until it's no fun at all. I want the solution to be I press one button and everything falls over, because getting there rules.
Let me tell you, I have a low-level version of this regarding Pokemon that was just exacerbated to hell. I've been playing Pokemon Unbound.
Yeah.
And they give you a Ditto partway through that has perfect IVs.
Yes.
And I named it Throat, first of all.
Oh, good. Great job.
I didn't think it would have perfect IVs. I just thought, Ditto, I'm going to call it Throat. That's so gross. And then now it lives in the daycare, and I'm like, well, I guess I need to make some perfect IV guys now. Mm-hmm. Or at the very least, get perfect IVs in like their main stats. So I've been playing for many, many days, and I have certainly not gotten... I'm at the Pokemon League, and now I'm stopping to breed a bunch more battle monsters. Yeah.
The lady, the French-sounding lady, will perfect IV your Pokemon for bottle caps.
Yeah, but I only have 2 bottle caps.
No more Pokemon.
Oh, yeah, okay, sorry.
No more Pokemon.
Yeah, you're right. Good call out. We're going to get off on that. Baldur's Gate. So Baldur's Gate 1, low-level D&D, perfectly lovely. It's not exactly 2nd edition. It's a little bit different in the same way that Baldur's Gate 3 is a little bit different from 5th edition.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But you beat Sarevok, whatever happens in that mod, I never played, and you wake up in a dungeon, and this guy walks up to you and starts talking about untapped power and casting spells against you in a cutscene. And it hurts you, and you're in a cage... And your adopted sister, he leaves, and your adopted sister shows up, Imoen, and she says, hey, like, this is fucked. Let's get the fuck out of here. And she gets you out of the cage, and 2 of your party members, 2 of your probable party members from the first game, are encaged in the same room. Minsk and Jahara are there. And
presumably you're supposed to save them.
Yeah, you get them out, and you bust out of this horrible dungeon. You find out that Khalid, Jahara's wife, is dead now. She's pretty upset about that.
Yeah.
and you get out of the dungeon that the wizard Irenicus has you in. And that's the tutorial. And
That's sick. I love that.
You walk out of the dungeon into an area called Joaquin's Promenade. Joaquin being like the god of commerce back in the...
His name is Joaquin?
Yeah. And it's not spelled like that.
Okay.
But yeah, it's Joaquin. And you're out there and in the ruined rubble of like the outside of where this guy's dungeon was. And he's out there, and he is brutalizing the wizard police. The wizard police are like, bro, you're casting spells out here? You can't cast spells without a license for casting spells. And they just keep showing up, and he just keeps dusting them. He is chain dusting the wizard police. Like doing spells that you don't have access to. Just like blam, 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 blam. Just like twin cast, sending them out, obliterating people.
Just having fun with 5 stars in GTA.
Yeah.
With all rocket launcher.
Yeah, exactly. He's playing GTA with the tank. And finally, he says, "Okay, fine, you got me. I'll go with you, wizard police." But you're taken. But he baited your sister into casting a spell at him.
Oh.
And he says, "But she's coming too."
Yeah.
And
I'm pressing charges.
Yeah, and the wizard police are like, "Well, she did cast magic," so they both go away. And your goal is you got to save your adopted sister from wizard jail. And you go and you meet some people who want to sponsor you. There's the 2 alignment options. You can either work with the Thieves Guild as the good alignment option, or you can work with the Vampires as the evil alignment option.
Oh, man. The Nosferatu.
I was genuinely thinking, like, oh, if the Thieves Guild's the good option, well, they're probably going to, like, do, like, a thematic inversion where it's, like, you can work with, like, a corrupt guard, or, like, essentially, like, the evil cops will be the bad guy.
No, it's the Vampires.
No, we're just evil,
It's the Vampires. They live, one of the districts in Athkatla, the city you're in, is just the Graveyard District.
The Graveyard District!
Yeah, and there's a tomb under the Graveyard District filled with vampires. And spiders.
Who lives there? It's called
nobody. Vampires. They don't live.
So that's why we call it the Graveyard District.
Yeah.
There are citizens there, and they're all dead.
No, but there are just random tombs you can go into that aren't part of that system of vampire tombs. That'll just have like mummies inside. It's weird. I don't know. And there's like quests there. There's like a ghost who's like, "Oh, who murdered me? Find out." The graveyard. Usual graveyard stuff.
I love it.
Yeah. And anyway, you work with the thieves or the vampires, and you come up with the money to pay them to take you to Wizard Prison because it's on an island somewhere. Mm-hmm. And the game straight up just says, like, okay, this part of the game, go side quest, get some money, come back with money. And it encourages you to side quest, and if you played the game before, you beeline for the stuff you're supposed to do later and cheese it down, because that game is the cheesiest thing of all time. I mentioned that you can just load monsters in one at a time on the screen, so you don't have to, like, if there's like a 6 enemy fight, you can do them one at a time. There's scrolls in the game that give you protection, and some of them are just like protection from element, where you're fully immune to lightning or cold. One of them is protection from undead, and the way that works is when you are protected from undead, it stops undead from perceiving you. Their scripts do not fire.
Oh.
So if you get the protection from undead scroll, there's a freakishly powerful lich who has an awesome super duper magic ring, which of course you can duplicate by pickpocketing him before accepting his quest.
Of course.
And if you go around the town and find the other hidden liches in the sewers randomly that have the pieces of his body, you can put his body back together and you kill him, and he's actually a demi-lich, not a regular lich, which in old D&D was a much higher level, not a lower level of lich.
Yeah.
And
means you're almost finished being a lich.
And he's completely immune to everything but +4 weapons, so you have to cheese him because you can't even hurt him when you're low level. +4 or higher, I should say. That's how you did immunities back in the day. You would just be immune to everything that wasn't sufficiently magic. You'd just be like
not good enough.
Yeah. No, that's
we go by Dragon Ball Z rules. Yeah. Power level's too low to do damage.
Yeah, unironically. Except there are certain spells that ignore that, and so you just stack up your spell book with Melt's Minute Meteor, and you have your characters throw glowing baseball at him until he dies. And you get 2 of his awesome ring, and everyone goes up a full level or 2 because you just got a trillion, billion, million experience points. Yeah. And then you just kind of go around rounding up those things. There's like one of the big side quests is Red Dragon tricks you with illusions into killing a party of paladins, including one of the party members from the first game, because a lot of them show up in little cameos like that. Like when you're wandering the Temple District, one of the loser bards I mentioned is just there hitting on a woman who is like, yeah, fuck off.
Doing bard shit.
Yeah, doing
bard shit.
That's where you should be.
You can wander into the sewers under the Temple District, and you can find an old paladin of Helm down there who's like a 55-year-old stuffy rich guy paladin, like the paladinist paladin.
Chilling in the sewers?
And well, he's fighting the evildoer, the evil cult. And you investigate, it's the Beholder cult, and you investigate that. And you kick ass with him. And his major thing is that his stats are all good except his dex is low as shit. Because he's an old man.
Yeah.
And as part of that quest, one of the optional loot pieces you can get is the Dexterity Gauntlets, which if you equip to him, turns him into an absolute ass-beater.
Yeah.
Additionally, one of the things about Baldur's Gate 2 is that Baldur's Gate 2 introduces class kits, which are like subclasses to flesh out and differentiate the classes. And his Paladin optional kit is Inquisitor, which denies him access to healing spells and denies him access to lay on hands. But he can dispel magic better than anyone else.
Oh.
He's the anti-magic paladin. He dispels magic as if he was twice the level he is. So when he's 10th level, he dispels magic as a 20th level caster. He gets access to True Seeing, a 6th level spell, when he is level 2. But you get him at like level 9 or 10, so he just has all these things when you get him. And he's also the only NPC paladin in that game, because when you go and get tricked by the dragon then says, alright, fuck off, go away now. Or, and you're supposed to come back later and kill him later when you're stronger, or if you know one of the 100 ways to cheese him, like the one my dad taught me when I was a kid, where while he is off screen and therefore his scripts aren't loaded, you fire area of effect spells into the darkness until you hear him die. That's one.
That's awesome.
Another one is most of the thief kits can place little traps on the ground that are like you get X number of traps per rest. Mm-hmm. And so you walk up to the dragon who is not hostile and you place traps in his face and then you rest. And you walk up to the dragon that's not hostile and you place traps in his face and then you rest until there's a pile of like 35 or 40 traps. And you aggro the dragon and like a million little tiny steel knives fly into his face and he dies.
That's good.
One of the cheesiest way to win encounters like that is most high-level boss encounters, especially once you get into Baldur's Gate 2, everything has percent magic resistance, where like the red dragon has a 90% chance to just ignore any spell you cast against him. So how you beat him is you have every one of your party members be a spellcaster and have them all use one of the spells that lowers magic resistance.
Oh.
And you just have them you do like a spell. They have contingency and spell sequencer, where you can set the conditions. So you set a spell contingency to where on enemy target, fire 3 of these spells off, and you have you have a full party of wizards, of 6 wizards, and you have all of them fire 3 lower magic resistance spells, and so you have 10% chances to knock his magic resist down, and if any of them hit, then all the other ones will also hit, and you can hit him with one of the crowd control spells that just makes the fight over. Set intelligence to 3, game over, he can't fight.
That is beautiful.
I was going to say, you don't even have to do that, because the one I know about is you just quick save over and over again until Feeble Mind just goes off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you don't even have to do all that. Yeah, you can just roll for 10% till it works.
It's 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then once a foe is feeble-minded, it's like they can't really do anything.
Yeah, none of their scripts fire, they just stand there.
Or you could spend like 10 days just having a nice camping trip with the Red Dragon while you work on a thing.
Yeah. It's like metal noises.
Yeah. What are you doing over there? Oh, nothing. I'm just working. I'll be back. Don't you worry. We're camping. Yeah.
Anyway, the Red Dragon has a +5 Holy Avenger. The Holy Avenger can only be wielded by paladins, so unless your main character is a paladin,
it goes to the guy.
It goes to the old man, who already can dispel magic like a demon and can already do True Seeing. And the sword gives him an inherent resistance to magic on the order of that Red Dragon, and it makes it so he dispels any kind of combat protections on hit. So that's now one-man show.
Yeah.
He does the thing by himself. The old man casts True Seeing to counter whatever invisibility the wizard has, because a high-level wizard will always be invisible at all times.
Yeah.
And then once he can see the wizard, he targets him with Dispel Magic, which, because he casts at double his level, that wins. He dispels all the wizard's, like, immunities to magic weapons and stuff like that. And then he walks up and he swings with the sword once. The first hit contacts and removes all the stone skins and steel skins and whatever else that the wizard has on him.
Magic.
And the next hit kills the wizard.
Good lord.
Chadley.
Huh.
I'd like to flash back to that moment of the wizard turning invisible and sneaking away from the the axe-wielding warrior, except this time, as he's turning invisible, he's taking off his shoes, and the guy's still looking at him, just walking towards him with the sword, and he's like, he can't see me. Of
course, because that guy is so important, you give him your Boots of Haste. One of the things that your Boots of Haste not just give you... You just have infinite haste. It's an item that wouldn't fly in modern D&D. They wouldn't make a magic item that just makes you hasted forever. And that's what it does. It makes you hasted forever.
Even having a potion that can haste you is all but completely busted.
And that's one of the main secondary goals of Baldur's Gate 2 is I need to get a Boots of Haste for all of my party members, so when I click them from here to here on the map, they get there at double speed. Because if one of them is slow, you have to wait for him anyway. Oh. So getting the last haste effect is one of the most satisfying moments in the entire game.
Because now everyone's just sprinting across the map.
But anyway, the old man sprints at wizards and kills them in 2 swings every time. It does this funny thing where almost all enemy wizards AI has like a spell contingency set for like when I get 25%, I go invisible and teleport over here.
Which
when I
doesn't
get
help
25,
at all.
yeah, exactly. And so what'll happen is he'll kill them over that, like he'll kill them through that threshold, and then it'll play the animations for their spells in the air. Like this, like the animations will go off, but the guy will just be dead on the ground while you're looting it.
He just falls to the ground dead, and then his invisible corpse teleports 5 feet away, and you go back to robbing him.
Yeah, you go back to robbing him. Yeah. And that's like you can get a thief kit to the point where his backstab is like 16x or 32x damage. He just walks up behind a wizard and goes "Pow!" and the guy is dead before he knows anyone's there. There's so many. There's the talk trick. If you pause the game and hit the talk command on someone, they'll keep trying to talk to you for 6 seconds, and then if you pause the game again and try to talk to someone, they'll keep trying to talk to you for 6 seconds, no matter what you're doing to them. So if you can't beat an encounter with someone who starts out not hostile, you can just hold them out of hostility while you wail on them until they fall over.
You just keep stabbing them in the stomach, and you're like, "No, hold on, I do want to finish this conversation."
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's one of the things about Baldur's Gate 3 too. One of the
I'm
things
starting to see why you're the son of Bhaal.
yeah, you're up to bad shit. You can be up to good shit, but mostly you're up to bad shit. There's so many lovely party members in Baldur's Gate 2. Like I said, there's Corgan. Corgan rules. Corgan uses axes. They have this weird weapon mastery system in Baldur's Gate 2, and he has the max number of pips and axes, meaning he swings extra times per round and shit like that. And so when you haste him with 2 axes, he's just like a little whirlwind of blades where he swings like 5 times a round or something. He's disgusting. And he has like a 19 con and a million, billion, trillion hit points. Like you just kind of fire him at things and leave him, and you don't have to micromanage him. He'll take care of it. God, he rules.
He'll hold on to him while we figure out what's going on over here.
When you go to work with the Shadow Thieves, one of the minor functionaries for the Shadow Thieves is Edwin the Red Wizard. And you're like, "Gee, what are you doing here, Edwin?" And he replies, "Oh, don't get me started. Everyone here's stupid." And he joins your party too, and he has this weird personal item. He doesn't have a neck slot, because when you click, he has a necklace in it, and when you click it, it plays this noise, and text pops up that says, "Edwin tells you to fuck off with his necklace."
This is my necklace.
Yeah, and what that necklace invisibly does is give him 2 extra spell slots of every level, so he's objectively the best wizard in the game, including if you made your main character a wizard.
I see why he doesn't let you take it off.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah.
Minsk, I talked about. Minsk is a Rothschildian berserker. His witch is now dead as of this game.
Right.
And he's kind of mad about that, but he's also like too stupid to really care. So, he
Can't he also, resurrect her?
It doesn't come up.
We talked about that. We decided that if one of us dies, we have to let them stay
Now,
dead.
one of the things about Minx that makes him a treasure is that he has a miniature giant space hamster.
One of his quick item slots is taken up by a hamster, which again, when you click on it, it goes bzz at you and says, Minsk tells you to fuck off when you try to remove it from, and it doesn't do anything.
A miniature giant space hamster sounds like a hamster.
It is.
Okay.
It is.
It doesn't do anything. He's just an idiot.
It's his best friend.
It's his best friend, yeah.
Okay.
It is, yeah.
And now that his witch is dead, he doesn't know what to do, so the hamster tells him what
Its
to do.
name is Boo.
Yeah.
So the character is actually not Minsk, it's Minsk and Boo.
Huh.
Mm-hmm.
And he is good alive?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
He got it good. He saves princesses. That's what he would say he does, if you asked him.
That's great.
Yeah,
That's
he's-
classic.
Yeah, Minsk a great character.
He's kind of like Don Quixote. He's just like a moron. He tilts at windmills for fun.
That's Finn the Human from Adventure Time.
Yeah.
I love
yeah,
that
very
shit.
big fit energy. Yeah.
Gosh, who else is there? The Paladin, like I said, Keldorn, he rules. There's no end of people who are a thief, mage, dual class. There's like an annoying little rich girl who just wants to help the poors, who is a thief mage that I hate. And basically, you accept her personal quest to free her rich person stronghold from the trolls who have taken it over. And then once you've done that personal quest and you've assumed control of her stronghold for yourself, then she leaves your party forever and never comes back. There's a much cooler thief mage who is Jan Jansen, who is a little gnome who is kind of constantly like low-key insulting people and making up stories for why he doesn't like people, and none of them are real and none of them are true. And he's awesome. He's the best.
Just grouchy as shit.
No, he's like, he comes across as like happy and even crazy. He's chaotic neutral, but he's not crazy. He's just pretending he's just pretending to fuck with people. He just fucks with people. He's great. I love him. And he's the good kind of thief mage, where instead of being dual class, he's multi-class. These are two different things. Very different. Very important.
Okay.
Dual class
how are they?
is you stop being one thing and become another thing. So you are a 4th level of thief, and you stop leveling as thief. You're now leveling as wizard. So you're a thief 4, wizard 1.
Gotcha.
Multi-class is you're both of them at once. You level up at half speed, but when you level up twice as thief and wizard.
I think I heard about that system as like the Gestalt or something. It might be me misremembering a different system also.
I was thinking 3.5.
Was thinking 3.5. But yeah, that sounds way better. Can you do that, or is that an NPC only thing?
You can do that. One of the major things that you like, one of the big cheese builds is if you want to play the game solo. One of the fighter kits is just like Japan Fighter, where you use a katana and don't wear armor. And that works really well with Wizard. There's even a sword that supports it. If you bust into a random rich guy's house in the Temple District and kill everyone inside, he drops a sick-ass magical katana that gives you like spell slots and everything. And
If you bust in and kill everyone inside.
yeah, I as far as I'm aware, there's no quest associated. There's just a building with high-level guys and good loot inside. And so, maybe there's a quest for it. I don't know. I always break into the house and kill everyone. I don't know why I'm doing it, because I want stuff.
Yeah, I know why I'm doing it. For the sword.
For the sword, yeah. And Wizard can't wear armor, so if you have your Sword Saint, Japan Fighter, take him to level 8 or 9, there's then a thing you can do where you multi-class to Wizard, and you don't have access to any of your fire levels until you get to Wizard 9, which is kind of like that's the dual class, the penalty for dual class is you're now just Wizard 1. Until you exceed the XP you had in the other class, you no longer have access to that.
Oh.
And so the way that you get that XP is you can get XP for learning scrolls, so you learn a bunch of scrolls, and then you go and you buy a bunch of potions of Master Thievery, and you go and you do all the practice locks in the Thieves Guild in a row, and that gives you enough XP to level up to Wizard 9, and now you're
A fighter, wizard, samurai man.
yeah, and you're the best, yeah.
That rules.
Pretty sick
Yeah,
nasty.
that's one of the many power builds in that game. Like, there's so many ways to do it, man. You can do whatever you want, it's all fun, it all kicks ass.
So the first one was about, like, your Bhaal family trying to consolidate.
Right. So the second game, you know about that, and you and your sister kind of fucked up over it. Whatever. So you go to save her from wizard jail after you do all the side quests and meet all the people.
Right.
And you come to find out the evil wizard who was kicking their asses has in fact taken over the wizard jail and is just fucking with people.
The Joker has taken over Arkham.
Yeah, he took over Arkham
We're
Asylum.
sorry, but it's over.
And you come to find out that guy used to be an elf, and he was...
I converted.
He was married to the queen, and then he decided he was going to become God, like every single wizard ever does.
Yep.
And he basically fucked with the elves. Like, I'm going to absorb all the elf power in this giant tree we live in. and I'm going to become God. It's going to kill the tree, fuck the tree, I don't give a shit.
They clipped his ears and made him eat a Philly cheesesteak.
They fed him the Philly cheesesteak of humanity, and they took away his elfness from him. And now he's not an elf anymore, he's just a guy. He's still a freakishly powerful wizard, but he just kind of feels empty inside at all times. He's fairly butthurt about that. And he's also mortal now, and he's extremely butthurt about that.
Yeah, no, it gives you a lot more time to not die as a wizard.
And him and his sister both got kicked out of being an elf. Come to find out, the leader of the vampires is his sister. She became a vampire so she could,
fix that immortality.
as a stopgap measure to not die.
Makes sense.
And his plan is he's going to steal your god powers from you and your sister so that they can live forever, so they can be god instead. He does that. That's the end of Wizard Jail.
Okay, I was going to say, is it transferable like that?
The end of Wizard Jail, he knows how. The end of Wizard Jail is your thief party member betrays you, and he does that.
Oh.
Yeah. And so you have to get your god powers back from him, and he's going to go back to the tree to massacre all the elves and take it over and become god.
It's going to... By the way, you also say go back to the tree. I know that it's Dungeons and Dragons, so it's some cool, sick-ass, like, giant tree. But in my head, he's going back to, like, kill the Keebler elves.
Yeah.
Oh, no, he's back!
But you get these hints like...
well.
One of the chapters is you escape from Wizard Jail to the Underdark. And while you're in the Underdark, you have to infiltrate a drow city. And the drow are just horrible spider people that nobody likes.
Yeah. We talk a lot about how the Drow Society simply wouldn't work.
It just doesn't work.
It wouldn't work. And the Drow have stolen a silver dragon's eggs, and they're going to use the silver dragon's egg to summon some big demon. And the villain, Irenicus, which you come to find out means Shattered One in Elvish. That's not his name, that's his title.
Yeah.
His name is John.
That's hilarious.
And Jonaleth, he's an elf. At one point, like
you
start to get hints because when he's hanging out with the drow, like one of the elves they're torturing is like, Jonaleth, what are you doing? Why are you with these horrible, evil drow? And he cuts the guy off, executes the guy to shut him up so that he can't like blow up his spot.
No spoilers.
Yeah. He's talking to the drow. He doesn't want the drow to know he's an elf.
Yeah.
They'll kill him.
They'll find out he's in blackface right now.
Yeah, you and your party could put on drow face like Chang, like Chang from
from Community. Yeah,
you put on drow face and you disguise yourself as a drow and you beat up the Beholder Hive and you beat up the Mind Flayer Hive. That's the Underdark. And there's the little deep gnomes who live in the Underdark and you save them from the drow and the big demon that's fucking them up, or you kill them because you're evil.
Right.
That's pretty much the binary system. Either you save whoever or you kill them and take their stuff. Anyway.
And one of them results in you having a lot more stuff, so most people pick one.
You triple cross the drow. One of the drow is like, yeah, we're going to totally get the matron. We're going to change the eggs with fake eggs. When the demon comes, he'll kill her instead. And then you trick that one too and give fake eggs to that one as well. So both of them have fake eggs and you have the real eggs. And the demon kills all of them and is like, got anything to say to me? And you're like, what? No, I'm not even here, man. And the demon's like, all right, that's like, the demon says, that's right, you're not here. I'm looking at you, pal. And then he vanishes. And then he vanishes because there's no silver dragon eggs to eat.
Yeah.
And at this point, you have just killed the leader of the drow and you have to fight your way out of the drow city.
Oh, man.
And you fight your way out of the Underdark. And you go up to, you run into a battle between there's just, the Underdark lets out right below the elf tree, and the regular elves and the drow are constantly fighting over this part of the land. And you go out to the elves, and the elves are like, man, bad shit is happening. And you're like, yeah, I know, tell me about it. This Irenicus guy. And they're like, oh, wait, what do you know about this? And you go up to the elf city, and you fight through a bunch of like ridiculous golems and monsters and dragons in the elf city. And you do some puzzles, and you fight Irenicus in this weird fight, and then when you kill him, he does an anime moment where he's like, no, like this, no, it's not going to happen like this. And because you send him to hell, but because you're linked to him, because he has part of your soul in him, you and your party go down to hell too. And you have to do these hell trials down in hell, where you maybe get an alignment change if you're evil, or maybe you get stat bonuses or whatever. Different things happen based on your choices. And you fight Irenicus again for the last time, and you kill him and get your soul back. Game over.
Do you get to meet the demon again?
No.
You go to hell, that's where he's from.
A different hell, different demon.
Wait, did you go to hell or you go to the abyss? There's a difference. Hell's in the abyss, but it's not the abyss.
Man,
Because there's 9 hells, but there's the abyss.
Yeah, I forgot there's 9 of them.
And then they were going to make a Baldur's Gate 3, but they kind of ran out of time and or money. So what was going to be Baldur's Gate 3 is instead Baldur's Gate 2, A Throne of Bhaal, an expansion. And it is what it sounds like. The game starts out with you adventuring, and a random lady attacks you, and you whip her ass. And she is... At the end of Baldur's Gate 2, it shows road people talking around a table. And there's 6 or 7 of them, and they're the biggest Bhaal spawn left. And they're working together, kind of, or have a détente, not kill each other while they kill everyone else.
Right.
And one of them...
We collected the most balls.
Okay, there you go. So, one of those people who had the biggest balls attacks you in the woods, and that's the start of the expansion pack. And you get stuck in this crappy town under siege by a giant who is one of the other big ball havers, fire giant, and he has the Norse myth thing where his heart is outside of his body. So you have to go and kill his heart outside of his body to kill him. And he's one, and there's various different, it's like a boss rush thing where you start out in the town under siege, and you bust out of the town, and you kill his heart, and you kill him, and you have to fight these fire giants the entire time. God, fire giants are fucking strong. At this point, you're level 20 plus, and the things you fight are so fucking strong. Like, you yourself are strong as shit, and every encounter is just a ball buster in the expansion. You fight all these dragons and wizards and liches. And
That's how you got to balance for like a level 20 thing.
And you fight, you fight the giant Yagashura. The first one you kill is, I think, Ilisera, who she's like the tutorial enemy of the expansion. She just goes down. You fight a blue dragon. You fight a dark elf. And then there's like the only one of them who is good. Balthazar is a monk. And there's not monk NPCs in the game aside from him. So we're going to have to do 2 episodes for Baldur's Gate. Oh
yeah, we're going to have to do a separate one for 3. So look forward to that.
That'll be good. So you fight Balthazar, and he's the only monk you fight in the entire game. And I'd never made a monk, why would I want to...
No one plays monk.
Why would I want to not have a sword? That's how I thought about it when I was younger anyway. So you fight him, and the way that they handle monk movement is that his speed as an NPC is just fast as shit. So, you start the encounter, and he bolts off his throne and starts punching your wizard to death fast as shit. Whoa!
So now we will engage in combat, and you, get your sword ready.
It's like fighting, it's like
let's
Goku.
Go.
Goku at you.
Exactly. Yes, it's a transmission. I don't know how he's doing this. Everyone run!
Oh, gosh. And you beat him up, and then you come to find out that this woman that's been helping you throughout the expansion was like a big-time priest, the head priest of Bhaal, and now she's trying to steal godhood. And so the entire time you're going through this, you get all these, this big angel brings you to your own pocket dimension. And the pocket dimension has, this goober who will combine your magic items to make legendary magic items. And it has these little trials you go to at different points in the game to see what kind of person you are. And at the end of those, how you do those trials determines the ending of the game you get. And you go to the last area where the woman has powered herself up with all the god power, and you kick her ass a bunch of times, and you win. And based on what you pick, you either reject godhood or become a good or evil god.
I love that. Not where I thought it was going.
Yeah.
Wait, canonically, though, what happens?
Yeah. Because there's a Baldur's Gate 3. There must be, a canonical understanding of the ending.
I'm pretty sure Baldur's Gate 3 doesn't count Baldur's Gate 2 or parts of it.
Oh, really?
It definitely... All of Baldur's Gate 1 happened in Baldur's Gate 3, but that, I don't think that your player character is Bhaal now. I don't think that happened. I'm not clear on that.
Okay. Well, I just assumed it would be something like the previous protagonist denied the power, and
probably
the Bhaal spawn are still about.
And then this other guy,
Right,
by the way, there was one more Bhaal spawn. He was a baby at the time. That's why you didn't talk to him. He ascended. Now Bhaal's a baby.
Was that supposed to be all of them, or is that... Or were there more?
No, that was all of them.
Oh, okay.
Orin in Baldur's Gate 3 is Saravok's grandniece or something like that.
Okay.
We'll get to there.
Yeah, we'll get to that. That'll be stay tuned for that episode.
You see, Bhaal had a secret way to try to make sure that his powers would go on. You see, while he was making all the half-ball children, he also impregnated a sea turtle, which would live for 100 years. Long enough to outlive all the other children.
And there's all this stuff like the gnomes were the Iron Hand gnomes were working with Saravok, I think, in Baldur's Gate 1, and some of the ones you encounter in Baldur's Gate 3 are like upset about that. They were alive for that. They remember when Saravok told them.
Yeah, because gnomes live to be like hundreds of years old.
Yeah.
There's all kinds of silly things throughout there, like in Baldur's Gate 1, you can get a pair of golden pantaloons, and they're part of this like ridiculous quest to ransom. Like I think it's part of the little rich girl rogue that I mentioned I didn't like in Baldur's Gate 1. Mm-hmm. Instead of completing the quest, you can get the ransom reward, which is these golden pants that do nothing, and you can just not finish the quest and leave with the ransom. Those are yours now. In Baldur's Gate 2,
you can bring the pants with you because you can import your character. You can walk around with your golden pants.
And you can walk. Well, you can't even wear them, and you keep them in your inventory. And
just have them.
In like upstairs in a hotel, some guy talks shit to you, and if you don't pick the "I'm going to kill you now" option, one of them is, "Sorry, sir, I'm actually here to do the laundry." He gives you the silver pants.
Sure, yeah, okay.
All right.
And
so
then
you got the gold pants and the silver pants.
In the expansion pack, Throne of Bhaal, there's this silly bit where you become the quest giver, and you give quests to these loser adventurers, and if you do things right, they'll return with the bronze pants. And if you
make the infinity pants?
And if you take the gold, silver, and bronze pants to this crafter in the last town, the desert town the monk is in charge of, like up the hill, like he doesn't give you any kind of hint about this. He says some shit like, "I know how to make cool stuff. Let me check your inventory to see if you have everything I need to make cool stuff." And most of the time he'll just say, "No, you don't have it."
No, maybe come back next time.
Also, one of the crazy wizards in the wizard jail, in the wizard asylum in Baldur's Gate 2, will sometimes become lucid in his ramblings and say something like, "Never delete the pants."
Okay.
Yeah.
Cryptic.
And so if you have all 3 sets of pants, the guy in the last town will make you the big metal unit, which is a mech suit. It changes your model to the adamantine golem model, and you become so tall that you can't walk through doors, and your armor class goes so low because it's 2nd edition that nothing in the game can actually hurt you with melee attacks, and you can equip like rocket launchers and laser blasts in your quick item slot.
Kevin's making the sway face right now, and I
that
am
rules!
too.
Yeah.
That's so good.
Mm-hmm.
A weapon to surpass Metal Gear!
Yeah.
Oh, I've never heard of this.
Dun 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 dun.
Yeah.
Dun dun
If you're
dun.
having trouble with the last,
good.
if you're having trouble with the last boss, you just put the mech suit on your main character and beat her to death.
Sorry, I brought my pants.
Yeah, I completed the Infinity Page.
Welcome to the future, bitch.
Who's got now, bitch?
Yeah.
Squish.
Yeah, such a good game.
Will you become a good god? And you're like, I'm already a god. Pants away. I'm operating the mech suit with giant levers, like it's, I don't know.
Big O.
Yeah, big. Oh, god damn.
And like there's, especially once you get into the expansion, because you're like level 20 plus in the expansion, like I said, they start to give you straight up epic feats. And the epic feats are like, one of them is like, if you're a fighter, you get either fighter or wizard epic feats. The wizard epic feat, one of them is a way that they balance spellcast. You guys have heard me say this before in real life.
Probably.
A way that they balance spellcasters in Baldur's Gate is once you cast a spell, there's like a delay before the next spell where you can issue like move around and swing your sword commands, but if you issue a new spellcast command, your guy will spend a full round or two just going, like standing there idling. He's on cooldown from spellcasting. One of the epic level wizard feats you can get is a 9th level spell that removes that delay.
Oh.
So one of the things you can do is time stop and then wait out your 1 round of spellcasting delay and then cast the no more spellcasting delay spell. And then you change the game options to auto pause because time stop isn't round based. It's based on it's based on real time.
Right.
And so you stack a couple of different items that lower your casting speed, that cut the animation of casting and talking down. And with auto pause on, the game will you issue the command, it'll do the command, auto pause, it'll issue the command, and
literally the minimum amount of time necessary.
And with the remainder of your time stop, you can just do incendiary cloud, cloud kill,
Meteor swarm.
horde wilting, meteor swarm, meteor swarm, meteor swarm. Or even like if it's a wizard, you can do like magic resist down, magic resist down, magic resist down, magic resist down, and then time unpauses, and it's like this rainbow of all the spell effects the game possibly has
told
go
me
off
about
all
this,
at the same time,
Yeah.
and everything in the room falls over.
That's awesome.
And then you do that 5 more times with your 5 other wizards who are also clerics too, but they have the cleric spells as well.
Good lord.
God, I love Baldur's Gate, man.
High level D&D gets so silly. So
It's the Overlord scene. It's
Yeah.
Overlord.
and you pause time to do it. Mm-hmm. And turning off the cooldown for your wizard as like an epic level feat, I love that as a concept.
The one of the fighter track epic level feats is add 10 attacks this round.
Holy shit.
Good lord!
So if you have fully hasted and buffed up the dwarf and he has 2 Vorpal axes, he's coming at you with 18 possible Vorpal swings. Some enemies are immune to the Vorpal effect. It'll still play the animation. So I've had that guy blur at Demogorgon before, and he swings 18 times, and it plays the insta-kill animation like 8 times stacking over top of each other. It plays this horrible layered noise of the noise 8 times in a row.
Good lord.
Yeah, the only Demogorgon and Irenicus are immune to time stop. So if you stop time, everything else is stopped, but they keep coming. And also, all your party is stopped too. It's just you, so it basically becomes a 1v1. If you cast time stop against them, it's now you versus them. Go.
All right, based off of that, I am making it like it's considered a high level spell, but it's basically a cantrip that all high level wizards know, which is unstoppable time. Which is like if time stop happens, nothing happens to you. You just see like everything else stops, and you're like, someone's stopping time.
Time stop used to be the coolest spell in Baldur's Gate. You kick so much ass with it, and in 5th edition, time stop has almost no use whatsoever.
It's so tragic. It's such a cuck spell.
Yeah, shape change totally dominates in 5th edition. It's the everything spell. That's the one you use.
Time stop in modern D&D stops when you accidentally cause somebody damage or anything, right?
Yeah.
Like if you can't do the Dio thing where you like get all your knives in him before you let time start up again.
No, the best thing that you can do with time stop, we talked about this, and if any commenters want to prove me wrong, I would love to hear creative uses of time stop in 5th edition. The best things we could come up with for time stop is you do 3 force cages with your extra turns, or 4 however many turns of force cages, because that one doesn't actually hurt people and you can do it. Or you stop time and gate 5 times to get away from someone.
Because gate only lets you go so far. You do it 5 times.
I'm pretty sure gate lets you go everywhere, but you could just, I look at it, I think of gating multiple times is like how when they wipe hard drives, they overwrite 1s and 0s randomly like 5, 10, 20 times.
So they can't like just track you through this.
Multiple gates is like that.
You can't do the Samuel did you ever see, I think it's called Jumper?
Yeah.
Can't do the Samuel L. Jackson move where he takes out his science stick and opens up your portal behind you?
Yeah, exactly.
Man.
And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode. Thank you so much for listening. If you enjoyed the nature of this content, go and give us a like and subscribe on YouTube and give me a follow on Blue Sky. You can support us on our Patreon. And I'd like to give a special thanks to our Patreon subscribers, our aspiring Magus Champion 1209, and our fellow Scryers, Maticate, GaryGoblino, MidniteGrimoire, the Greater Good Boy, Kinomajaro, Wanrical, Barcis, Janklord Emperor, a new subscriber,
Yay!
and my mom.
Thank you guys.
Thank you.
Love ya.